Most magic spells play fair. You pay more, you get more, at the same rate. One extra mana, one extra card. Predictable, linear. Mathemagics from the upcoming set, Secrets of Strixhaven, doesn't play fair. This card introduces something we've never seen on a magic card before, an exponent in the text box. You pay double X into blue, and you draw 2 to the X cards. Not 2 times X, 2 to the X. Today, we are going to see why that distinction matters, how the card compares to every other draw X spell, and at what point it becomes a kill condition. Every major draw X spell in Magic is linear. Blue Sun's Zenith draws X cards for X plus 3 mana. Stroke of Genius, same rate. Pull from Tomorrow draws X for X plus 2. The pattern is always the same. The number of cards you draw is directly proportional to the mana you invest. Double your mana, roughly double your cards. That's how linear works. Mathemagics breaks this pattern. Each time you spend 2 more mana, you don't add a few cards, you double your entire output. That's the defining property of an exponential growth. Constant additive increases in the input produces constant multiplicative increases in the output. And if we plot these curves together, the difference is dramatic. At low mana, 4 or 6, the lines are close together. Mathemagics looks like just another draw spell. But past 8 mana, the exponential lifts off. Let's put precise numbers on this. At 6 total mana, Mathemagics already matches or beats every linear competitor. By 10 mana, it draws 16 cards, more than double Blue Sun's Zenith 7. By 14, it's 64 versus 11, nearly 6 times more than the same mana investment. The table on screen has the full breakdown, but the pattern is clear. The gap starts small and then explodes. But raw output isn't the whole story. There are real trade-offs. Mathemagics is a sorcery, no surprise end of turn draws. It doesn't grant no maximum hand size, and is below rate at X equals 2 or less. Moreover, double X in the cost means that you're always paying more total mana than a linear spell for the same value of X. Low floor, astronomical ceiling. That's the signature of an exponential function. Now let's look at efficiency, cards drawn per mana spent. At low values of X, Mathemagics is terrible, half a card per mana, worse than basically anything. But at X equals 3, 8 mana, 8 cards, you hit the break-even point, 1 card per mana. After that, the ratio accelerates. By X equals 5, you're drawing nearly 3 cards per mana. By X equals 7, 8 cards per mana. The ratio doesn't just grow, it grows faster and faster. The numerator is exponential, the denominator is linear, and exponential always wins. That's not an opinion, it's a theorem of calculus. 2 to the x eventually dominates any linear function. In fact, it dominates any polynomial. X squared, x cubed, doesn't matter. No matter how many linear draw spells you stack, a single exponential will overtake them all. Now let's turn this card into a weapon. Mathemagics says target player, not you. Force an opponent to draw more cards than they remain in their library, and they lose the game. The kill formula is clean. X must exceed log base 2 of the cards remaining. That's it. For limited, about 25 cards remaining in mid-game, X equals 5 is enough. That's 12 mana. For standard and modern, about 45 cards remaining, X equals 6, which makes 14 mana. For commander, about 80 cards in mid-game, X equals 7, 16 mana. Notice the logarithm at work here, going from a 40 card deck to a 99 card deck, more than doubling the library, adds only 4 mana to the kill cost, not double, just 4. So the thresholds are 12, 14, and 16 mana. The real question is, can you actually get there in a real game? In Limited, average games finish around turn 8 to 10. You are playing 17 lands in a 40 card deck, and no mana rocks or no ramp worth mentioning. 5 or 6 lands in play are already a good game. The kill cost is 12, not even close. In Standard, Modern, or other competitive constructed formats, the story is similar. Games are fast and optimized. Aggressive decks close by turn 4 to 5, mid-range resolves by turn 7 to 8. Even with some acceleration, 7 mana available is generous. The kill cost is 14. That's still a massive gap. And here's the crucial observation for these formats. If you do have access to infinite mana through some combo, the exponential advantage becomes irrelevant. With infinite mana, Blue Sun's Zenith draws infinite cards too, and it shuffles back into your library. When X is arbitrarily large, 2 to the X versus X doesn't matter, and there are strictly better payoffs. Commander is a different world entirely. Games routinely last 10, 12, 15 turns. The card pool is the deepest in Magic, And the ramp isn't just common in Commander, it's a fundamental part of nearly every deck. Reaching 14 to 16 mana through fair, non-combo play is routine for any well-built list. And that's exactly where Mathemagics shines. No combo needed, no fragile engine to assemble. Just do what Commander decks already do, ramp, and then cast a single spell. The Exponent does the rest. So, what did the math tell us? Past x equals 3, no linear draw spell keeps up. The efficiency ratio climbs from half a card per mana to 8, and it never stops accelerating. Your opponent library doubles, that only costs you 2 extra mana, thanks to the logarithm. In limited and other competitive constructed formats, the mana isn't just there. And with infinite mana, better payoff exists. But in Commander, you don't need a combo. You just need lands and ramp, and the exponent handles the rest. So next time you're sitting across the table with 14 open mana, and the opponent has 60 something cards, you could play fair, or you could just play exponential.